Have you ever wanted boiling water from your tap but stopped when you saw the prices of the taps? I'm going to show you how you can get that instant cheaper and why it doesn't make any sense to splash out on those expensive taps. If you want to learn why it doesn't make sense and also how easy it is to set up a budget-friendly boiling water tap, keep watching. So, I bought the cheap tap and it broke. Here it is. You're probably wondering why I'd recommend you to buy one with this information. Well, first off, it broke after almost 2 years, which really isn't bad for one of these taps. And the tap itself is fine. It's actually just the tank. It started leaking and they become dangerous when they leak. So it needed replacing. It also may have been my fault that the tap broke, which I'll get into later. But first, let's take a look at these expensive taps. When you first get on the Quooker website, you can see they're over $1,000. These taps are expensive. And this is just the silver. If you want a gold one, you're looking at over $2,000. It's actually insane. But anyway, I wanted to see what the cheapest you could pay for one of these taps was to give it a fair shot in this comparison. So I found one for $1,050, which I wasn't 100% sure once you add things on if this was going to be the final price. They also don't look super amazing as taps. I would rather have something quite jazzy, I think, if I was paying this much. But scrolling down their website, there's just like a lot of information, and it feels like a place where it could trick you into just adding a load of little tweaks, like having a slightly different looking tap and then getting that gold, and then it's just so much more expensive. So I wanted to see what it would actually cost. So here I was deciding to add the stainless steel because I want a good quality tap if I'm going to be paying that much for it. Here also you can add the filters, so you can have a larger filter if you need, but I was sticking with the standard 3 litre one. And then there's also for cold water, if you want to have your cold water filtered, you could add that on. I think they just add on all these things that can really bump up the price. But I'm not going to add that on today. I'm not going to add any extras. I'm just sticking with that stainless steel. But if you don't want the stainless steel, you just remove £150 from the prices that I calculate. It really doesn't make a difference. So here's the Amazon one, which I've bought. This one is $179.99 and it comes in all these different colours. There's black, there's gold, there's copper, there's silver. I'm going for the gold because it's the cheapest, and this is a 3-in-1 tap. It comes with a boiler and a filter. And this is actually quite important information because when I was looking to replace my boiler, it was actually cheaper to buy the whole tap set with the boiler and filter than just buying a boiler and filter separately. It's very weird. But yeah, you might need to do that, so maybe consider that you might need to just buy a whole tap rather than the boiler and filter separately. But looking at the reviews, I saw this picture which reassured me when I was buying it the first time round, and then there's just all of these reviews, and the only bad ones mention that their plumber wouldn't install it, and also bad customer service. I haven't interacted with customer service, so I don't know how this is. Both of the boilers and taps that I've bought first time round worked absolutely fine, but this is maybe something to consider. But when we look at the price differences, it really doesn't matter too much. So some quick maths. The upfront cost of the Amazon tap is $180 and the Quooker tap is $1,200, which is insane. If you don't want that stainless steel finish on the Quooker tap, remove £150. It doesn't really matter that much for these calculations. Honestly, the difference is insane. So just dividing them to see how many of those Amazon taps you could buy for the same price as the Quooker tap, it's 6 taps. You can replace your tap 6 times. And I was just curious what the warranty on a Quooker tap was, because if you can replace your tap 6 times, is it really going to last that much longer? And the warranty is only actually 2 years, which is really short. And considering my Amazon one the first time round lasted almost 2 years, you're looking at maybe replacing your tap as often as the Amazon one, which is insane when you're paying that much. So I'm just opening up the box of the Amazon one I ordered. The filter just fell out of that box there, but I just want to show you what's in the box. So this is the filter that filters your water before it goes into the hot water tap, and that's just to make sure there's no nasty things going into your tap, which is a really nice touch. It doesn't include a cold water filter for your main tap. I don't think you can route it through that. I think you'd need a separate one, but yeah, it's a good thing to have included. And here's the tap itself. So I'm not going to be using this tap because I already have a tap, but it's got all the attachments you need to attach it. I will say plumbers are a little bit weird about this tap, so you probably do need to find quite a good plumber. And coming back to the Amazon review, yeah, my plumber didn't really enjoy fitting this tap, so I think it's a bit of a tricky tap to install, but you would probably hire someone to install your Quooker tap anyway, so I don't think there's any difference in cost particularly there. It's just make sure you get yourself a good plumber. You should do that anyway. But this final box is the tank itself, and as you can see, it's quite large. I think one difference between the Amazon one and the Quooker one is that I think the tank might actually be smaller on the Quooker one, which if you're limited on space could be a big factor for you. But honestly, I don't really know, because they both hold around the same amount of water. I think the float is 2.4 litres and the Quooker is 3 litres, and this is just the attachment for the filter, but I've already attached mine inside my cupboard, so I don't need that. But they're probably going to be approximately the same size if they're holding the same amount of water, if you get what I mean. So I don't know if this is a super important factor, and when you look at how much money you're actually saving, I don't think it's something to consider. But yeah, this is the tank. So I had the exact same one last time, the one that broke, and yeah, it was just leaking, like there was nothing else going on, but it just was a little bit worrying. But yeah, you can see it's absolutely massive, comes with a plug. This is a UK plug. If you're buying it in another country, you'll probably have to look at another one, but I'm sure there's probably something similar, and you can look for this exact tank there. So I'm just getting this out of the box now. And that's it out of the wrapper. You can see that it's a little bit wet. I think that's because they were testing it. So that's good to know that they've pre-tested it as well, a bit of reassurance, and Cleo's very interested in it. But now I'm going to show you how easy it is to actually change it once you have to replace your boiler. You'd have to do this for either the Quooker or the Amazon one, so good to know. So first off, I'm just closing off the water because we don't want hot or cold water coming through here, and I also need to detach this pipe here so that I can actually get the unit in. And you can see here where my filter's attached and the pipes are going upwards towards the tap, so we're just going to plug it in there, and you'll need to put these in the first time or get a plumber to do so. And then essentially the box just has the hot and cold inlet, so you have to unscrew the metal part so that you can get the pipe in, and you plug in the cold and then the hot. The hot is a little bit more fiddly, and yeah, we did have to fiddle around with this a little while to get it to go in. But we did eventually get there. And I want to quickly cover why I think my boiler may have actually started leaking. So the filters, you're meant to replace them every 3 to 6 months. And can you guess how often I replaced mine? Never. I never actually replaced it. Like, that might have caused it to leak. And I think even if that isn't the case, I would still offer the exact same advice on this situation. Like, if it was gonna break, I think even if it broke like every 6 months, the cost would still just be worth it. Maybe the effort wouldn't be, but this lasted almost 2 years the first time round. And it may have actually just been the filter that caused it to break. Like, I think it's gonna vary between device, but you might easily get a cooker that lasts exactly the same length of time as this, and they're gonna charge you pricey fees to get that replaced if you're out of warranty. And the warranty's only 2 years. Like, it's insane. I think this one even has like a 6-month warranty or something on it, so you are covered for a fair amount of time. Although the customer service, I don't know how the customer service is on it, but it's just, if you're wanting that lifestyle upgrade, I think it's just worth it to go with the cheap one. You can buy it 6 times over. Like, yeah, and mine lasted 2 years almost. So if it's gonna last almost 2 years every time, that's 100% worth it. Because if you're 2 years out of that Quooker warranty, oh, it's just going to be so expensive. And I think unless you really want one of the Quooker tap designs, it's just not worth it. And even if you did, you could probably just buy a hot water compatible tap that's cheaper, but maybe a bit more expensive than this Amazon one, for example. But I actually just love the look of it. Anyway, that's the real time of the tightening process. We're pretty much there. We're just using a wrench to tighten those nuts so that those pipes don't come loose and leak everywhere. And that wasn't the issue with my boiler. It was not coming from the pat taps, it was coming from the boiler itself, and that's how I knew that it was broken. But yeah, once you've got those tightened, you're then ready to fix any pipes together that you had to unattach. You probably won't have to do this step though if you can get your boiler in. Like, I think it was not needed. That's just an additional step for my setup. It's really not that much of a pain to do. Fairly easy, and you can see how quick this was done. This was done in real time. It's a quick process. One thing I will say is if you do want to have a hot water tap, you do need to have electricity where you're going to be putting the tank, and that in itself can be an expense, especially if you don't have it already. So here we're just turning the water back on again, and then we're ready to go with the hot water tap. So that's done. Let's turn the device on. So the first time we switched this on, we actually got E3, which is an error message, and yeah, it didn't work because of this. And essentially that means that the pipes aren't put in properly. So we just had to re-tighten them again. And then this is second try of turning it on, putting the plug in, and voila, it actually worked this time. So the power button flashes, you turn it on, and then there's all of these settings, and it will say the water temperature. So you can go from 75, 85, 90, and 95. I like the 95. I like to have the really hot water. It's just, yeah, the best. But yeah, that's it done. That's it ready to go. So let's take a look at the tap. So this is my beautiful sink and tap. They match. They're both gold. I had to get a gold sink because it was just a great vibe. It was actually quite cheap to get a gold sink rather than other sink options, and it matches my handles on my cabinets, and I absolutely love it. I love the whole look of the kitchen, and the tap is just adding to it. But now the tap is functional with hot water. I've been without it for like a month because I've been procrastinating buying a new one, and it's honestly been sad times. I just am a bit addicted to this lifestyle upgrade, and I can't really go back. So let's get to the tap. So this here is the knob that you turn to get the hot water, and then the knob on the other side is just normal water. So yeah, you can see that's just a normal hot and cold water tap. It's not boiling, that's just currently on cold, and if I flip it up, it will go on to hot. But yeah, now let's get on to the hot. So you have to press this button down and then turn it, and you hold it. It takes a little while, especially the first time, but can you see the smoke? Look at that, it's boiling water. I have boiling water again. Oh my gosh, I am so excited for this. Once you start this, it is very hard to stop. It's very addictive. I did also sell my cattle. So yeah, I'm just making a tea for the first time in a long time without having to boil water on the hob to make my tea, which is just a sad way to go. But yeah, it takes a little while for the water to come out, but that's my tea ready. So I'm totally doing this the wrong way around, how I'd normally do it, but here's my water and my tea bag in the tea. Yeah. I'm a bit ashamed that I've done it this way around, but it was just an easy way to do it visual. Sometimes the water does splash off the tea bag as well, and you can get on your hands, which is annoying, but I'm just using a very berry fruit tea from Lidl. I love it. It's just a really nice tea. It's quite late in the day, so I'm trying to not have caffeinated tea. So yeah, that's my tea brewing, and we'll need to give it a little mix so that that's ready. But oh my gosh, I'm so happy to be having a hot tea again. You really don't know what it's like to have the hot water tap and then not have it anymore. It's really sad. Like, it's kind of a crutch in a way. It's like a little bit of lifestyle inflation. It's if you can avoid it and you don't want it, you don't have to have it, but it's just so good. It's just such a highlight of my life. So going back to the taps, I just had this theory with the Amazon tap that maybe you could actually have all 6 of the taps, because there is 6 available there, and the maths did say 6 taps. So I wanted to just do some quick maths and add up all of the taps and see how much that came to and where it compared to the Quooker taps. So let's do some quick maths again. So adding up every single one of the color taps. So the brush bass, 180, brush copper, 210, brush gold, 200, gunmetal, 293, matte black, 210, polished chrome, 210. The total cost, 1,203. It's £3 more than the Quooker tap. Of course, without the stainless steel, you'd have to remove some, but you could have 5 of these taps and save money. That's insane. But yeah, that's why I think you should just get the cheap tap. Just do it. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and this is a slightly different video to the usual videos I put out, so if you like this, please let me know in the comments. I would just love to know if this is the type of video you want or if I should make something else. But anyway, bye for now!